Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to class today. My name is Mrs. Babawale, your oral English and communication teacher. Last week we started a topic, script writing for a play. This week we shall be rounding up on that topic, and today we shall be going a bit further by writing our own script. Yes. I told you earlier to get a pen and paper ready for today's class. I'm sure you all have your pen and paper ready. We shall be writing our own script because we have learned a bit about what script writing is all about. Last week we looked at what a script is, what a play is, the relationship between the two, the features that must be present in a script, and then when you're watching a play on stage, the features that must be there as well. So come along with me. Let's quickly look at all of these slides and then our writing will begin. The requirements for writing a script. First of all, pen and paper, like I told you. Pen and paper so you can write, or your tablet, your laptop, your Android phone, whatever you can use to write. And of course, you need a lot of imagination. Yes, load and load of imagination, because all that we're going to write as a play, they all should come from our imagination. And then a serene environment. You need to be in a serene environment, a quiet environment, so that you can focus, so that you can think very well and focus on what you are doing. And of course, a passion for writing. You must like writing so that you don't struggle with it. When it comes natural to you, you will be able to put your pen to paper. And of course, a very vivid, like I said, a very vivid imagination so that you can create all the scenarios in your mind, the settings, the characters, the plot, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I don't know if you have downloaded your Toontastic app. If you have, please make your movies and share on Edmodo so that we all can watch and see what you've been up to. What a play script should have. You must have your title. Don't forget your title. You must have the numbers of characters that you want. Characters and the names of the characters. When you've thought of a character in your mind, you must give it a name. What name should I give my character? And of course, the settings. And you remember the settings, the place where the action takes place in a story. A setting can be in the forest, at the beach, grandmother's cottage, at the garden, at school, on the streets, John's house, Mary's flat. It can be anywhere as long as it's a place. And of course, we must put together our plots. Yes, our plots, the beginning, the middle, the end. Cause and effect. Something will happen definitely in a story, a problem, and then it will be resolved. There will be a resultant effect of that action, and then later on it will be resolved at the end of the story. So make sure your plot is an interesting one, intriguing and exciting, that will make people want to guess and go, whoa, what will happen next? Now, you need a stage and an audience. Finally, after you've been able to put your script together, you need a stage to act it out, and you need an audience. But because we're not in school, your houses will do just fine. So get your characters together. Mommy and daddy can be part of the cast, yes. Your younger brother, your elder sister, anybody in the house can be part of the play. Give them a name and tell them what to say. Write the script out for them and tell them how to go about it, and get ready to start recording your play. Yes, this is an example of children on the stage. Children on the stage acting out. And then, of course, get ready for us to start. Where's your tablet, your laptop, your pen or your paper? Let us begin. Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a minute, everybody, and begin to imagine the play you want to write about. What title? What should the title be? Is it The Greedy Dog? Or The Farmer and the Pig? Or The Genie and the Princess? Or The Mermaid and the Fisherman? Just think of something and make sure that the title you come up with is what the play will be about, okay? So close your eyes and just imagine the characters you want in the play, okay? Try to figure out how many characters you want in the play. Are they going to be 5? Are they going to be 6? Now, write their names down. Write down their names, yes. Maybe Mary, Paul, John, Bimpe, Mohammed, Chigozie, the genie, the mermaid, the giant, the pig. In stories and plays, pigs, animals can behave as, like humans, have names and act like humans, yeah, in fables and fairy tales. Yes, so begin to do that and then sort out the settings too in your head. Take a minute and think. The settings, is it going to start in a forest, or maybe it's going to be at the beach when a mermaid comes out of the water or something, or it's going to be at grandpa's house where a farmer comes to meet, and then you begin to put the picture together. Okay, so what happens next? So how is it going to be? Which scene will lead to which scene? When this happens, this is the problem, and then what happens? Your imagination is what you have, all right? To think and cook it all up. Just like you cook vegetable. You cook it all up in your head and then you begin to write it down, all right? Figure out the settings and also plan the characterization of the characters. Yes, I don't know if you've heard this before. Characterization. That is the kind of person or attributes you want your characters to have. For example, maybe a wicked king and the genie, for example, or the wicked king and the unicorn. You may want to paint the wicked king, because you already called him a wicked, as a wicked king, all right? You say he's wicked, he's mean, and of course from the words, the dialogue in the script, we will know that he is indeed wicked, okay? The words you will write in your script, we will read it, people will read it and they will know that he's wicked. And then the unicorn, maybe you write the dialogue, of course, that the unicorn is probably saying. And from the dialogue, we can tell, oh, this unicorn is so compassionate. He's a very kind animal. All right. So characterization has to do with you exposing your characters to us, the readers, via the way they talk, the things they do, the way they behave, what other characters say about them, etc. That is what characterization is all about. So you have to figure it out. The dog in the story, is it going to be mean, wicked, slow, clumsy, serious, old, young, generous? Give each character the attributes that you think will bring out the best in your play. So, what are you waiting for? Bring your pen, your paper, and let us start. And when we're done, you know what we do? We submit it here on Edmodo so that the rest of us can see and appreciate your work. Now, don't forget, at the beginning of the play, you have the prologue, all right? And the prologue is a short introduction of what the play is about. And then at the end of the play, we have the epilogue. The epilogue sort of summarizes and tells us other things, the end of the story and other things that were not mentioned in the story. Like, for example, for an epilogue, you can go, and they all lived, and the princess and the prince lived happily ever after. They had two kids and they lived happily ever after. That would be an epilogue. Why a prologue would be maybe once upon a time there lived a king with his two daughters, Princess Ariana and Princess Mary, and their mother, Queen Atisha. They lived in a village filled with hardworking people, full stop. And then you start Act 1, Scene 1, and on till you get to the end of your story, and then you now write your epilogue. What are you waiting for? Let's start. Yes. And the summary, of course, we say the writer or the playwright is the person that determines the course of the play. And we will need a lot of imagination. I said that I cannot overemphasize that enough. You need a lot of imagination to put stories together, all right? For the script to come together. And you must see the play already on stage with the eyes of your mind. You know the mind has got eyes. When you close your eyes, you can see things. Already see it, going on stage. Or see it with the eyes of your mind already. As you write it down, you're imagining it, you're seeing it happening, all right? With the eyes of your mind, okay? And while the playwright writes the script, the director gives the instructions on how the play will be birthed. So let us start.